Those are nice. Some of those look like they're pregnant too. A lot of them.
Never focused.
The yellow eye in the distance there. Pretty big Sebastonis.
We're on the bottom. Depth is
Long gas and flow thickness slowly.
110 meters. We landed in sand waves next to a rock outcrop. Visibility is about 30 feet. Roger, we'll head east in just a minute. Alright, you ready to go east?
Yeah, we just took the one picture for that guy.
You want to picture that wing cloud there?
Yeah. No, it doesn't want to focus on it. Yeah, it's not focusing very well. That's alright, we can get going. I know Bob isn't.
We're heading east.
Would you have a little paper towel handy?
Sure.
Thank you. What's our depth? 110?
Yep. for a lot of them little round things.
Here's a brachiopod.
Roger. Well, you ready to start a transect?
Yeah, ready. This is
Depth is 109 meters. We're on a bottom covered with broken rock. Starting transect now.
so the start of transect 1 was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pygmy rockfish with kind of a rock outcrop. It's covered with a brachiopod. And here's more pygmies. There's 3 Sebastomus at 15, 4 Sebastomus at 15. And the rest I've seen is all pygmies. There's yellow eye outside. There's lots of low Sebastomus at 10 or 15 here. There's largely yellow eye out in the distance of the transect. Although the Sebastomus, tiny Sebastomus at 15, I'm not sure what they are. Yeah. It's another tiny Sebastomus at 10, less than 10. Another one that was at the edge of the transect is counted in. Yeah, there's lots of large rockfish between 40 and 60 centimeters outside of the transect. There's a small rockfish at 10. Just swim away. Another one. A poacher at the outside of the transect at 10. Look at some sort of coded at 10 as well. Here's a poacher at 15. I can't really make out those Sebastomus. It's only Sebastomus at 20. Another one at 10. Elongatus at 25. Vermilion under the sub. There's a Hydrolagus at 30. Elongatus at 25. Black-eyed goby at 12. There's a Sebastomus under the rock. Got a huge eye. Another Sebastomus at 15. Another Sebastomus at 20. Another one that's about the same size. 2 pygmy were in the transect. They're all at 10 or 15. That's a nice close stick. This at 30. Another black-eyed goby at 12, another black-eyed goby at 10, another small black-eyed goby at 5, that's another black-eyed goby at 10, black-eyed goby at 10, 3, 4, 5 pygmy were low in the rock, some disappear in the rock, they're all about 10 centimeters, maybe a little more. Here's a lingcod at 40 or 35, I should say. Here's a canary, nice canary at 45. I miss, oh, there was a pygmy at 10. That's another Sebastomus at 15. They're just a little far for me to tell what they are. It's an unknown rock, unknown fish. Here we just passed a vermilion at 35. There was a yellowtail probably and a Sebastomus. The yellowtail was a 50. Sebastomus had no. There's a Raspinella at 25. Some younger year rockfish. 8 of them. One Sebastomus. More younger year rockfish there. There was a conefish, it looked like, and there's a lingcod on the rock at 55.
Roger, 5 minutes. Depth and bottom tide.
I can't tell what those little Sebastomus are. That was the end of the transect. Sebastomus in a hole. Unknown, maybe those little bank. That looked like a starry at 30. There's a couple of pygmies as well. Two more pygmy Sebastomus under the rocks. Two more Sebastomus under the rock. Up in the water column there's a large vermilion Sebastomus at 20. Sebastomus at 15. That was a starry at 20 plus. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 pygmy here. Probably some yellowtail or olive. I'm not sure. Close to 40, 35, 40. A couple of pygmy. Another Sebastomus. This one looked like a starry as well. Another Sebastomus at 10. 2, 3 more pygmy. Sebastomus went under the rock. Lingcod swam away at 35. With a nice yellow eye at 30 plus. Black Agobi small Sebastomus at 10. Black Agobi at less than 10. Oh, that would have been nice for Bob. Raspinella. About 20, it's hard to tell when they curve. This one might be on the lower camera, it was just past the sponge. So there's a school of cacho that just passed by at 25. But mostly we're followed by a school of maybe 45 centimeters yellowtail olive. This is all pygmy rockfish. 15 of them, and this one is a vermilion that swam by maybe at 35 or 30. This looked like a conefish at the 20. That was olive yellowtail that passed by. They all seems to be 40 plus. That's a black eye goby here, the small 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pygmy. But some of those rockfish are not pygmy, or 2 of them were not pygmy. They might be small Hopkins eye. Some are Hopkins eye and some I'm not sure they are not. 1, 3 a lingcod at 40. That's a Hopkins eye at 15. There's this small Sebastomus at 10. I don't know how to count those. Oh, there's a Avalis right there. I don't know if it's in the transect or not. Maybe it was. That was a starry at 25. A pygmy at that's a large pygmy. It's close to 15. It's a Sebastomus at 22, pygmy at 10 plus. I can't tell what those small Sebastomus at 15 are. There was one, and we just passed 6, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They're mostly pygmy, but there's others that are not pygmy. Like 2 of them I saw were pretty close. They're like 5 to 10 centimeters that were not pygmies. Another small Sebastomus at 10. was a olive yellowtail that's swum by at 40. That's one small Sebastomus at 10. That's a starry at 15. That's two Sebastomus at 10 or less. And the rockfish, a red rockfish disappearing in the hole there. 2, 3, 4, 5. 20, 30, or 40 of those juvenile small rockfish, and there was like 3 Sebastomus on the bottom. We just passed a flag, I believe, under at 30. Half of those
depth and bottom type are the same.
That was the end of transect 1. Half of those small rockfish in that last batch were not pygmy, and the other half were pygmy. I'm not sure if there was only 2 species or more than that.
Pretty rich spot, isn't it?
Yeah. So I don't think I said it. This is Observer de Magnac with pilot Chris Himes.
Roger, continuing on now.
And dive 6292.
Ready, John?
Yep.
Roger that. Depth and bottom type are the same. Starting transect now.
Starting transect 2. We're still in the soft sediment cobble, lots of brachiopods. Those are pygmies, 1, 2, 3. Pygmy at 10. With a yellow eye. It's in the transect with one of the other Sebastomus at 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pygmies, yellowtail, olive. 2 of them in the transect. That was a Sebastomus at 25. Another of those small Sebastomus at 10 or 15. Another one. So the 3 of them. And then there was a starry who went beyond the rock at 25. I'm not sure what the small one. Another small Sebastomus at 15. Olive yellowtail passing my one. 2 or 3 more, valleys. Those are halvo. Those small rockfish, I don't know what they are, young of the year, but at least 6 of those were pygmy. The other, I don't know if they're young of the year or not, but they small rockfish, pygmy, Sebastonus. There's lots of fish here. And those nondescript rockfish just throw me off. That's another 3 pygmy. That's a small Sebastonus. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is all pygmy. Except that one. Yeah, they were all pygmy except one. Another rockfish disappear under the rock. Sebastonus disappear in the rock. Another 3 small Sebastonus in the rock, and 1, 2, 3, 4 pygmies, a starry at 25, another couple pygmies. This is another one, I don't know what it is. 3 of those, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4 pygmies, a Sebastonus, another Sebastonus, another Sebastonus. Those Sebastonus are less than 15 when I just said that. That's a starry at 25. One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Roger,
Pygmy
we've
went.
been heading
Oh,
160.
the starry at 20 chased another pygmy.
Sorry, we're going to have to start over.
Are we interrupting the transect?
Roger.
No, we're still going this way.
Okay.
Roger, we've been heading 260.
Small rockfish at 5. This is Chlorostictus at 25. 2 other Sebaston was at 20. One was 15. Black-eyed goby at 10. The large neck cod swimming away. Not in the transect. That's a Sebastomus at probably about 20, but I can't see it all. Looks like a black-eyed goby on the edge of the transect at 15. It's a black-eyed goby at 10 to 15. Put it on the 15. Looks like a little cotter. That's 5.
We've just left the rock and now we're on the sediment.
That looked like a sculpin at 15. That's a small conefish at 15.
A bunch of big fish out here.
Yeah.
Weird.
It looked like Chlorostictus at 35 or 40.
Roger, heading
There's large of
280.
big fish on the outside of the transect, like 50%. Here we have some rock. That's a
That
nice Chlorostictus
280, 20
at
degrees
35,
starboard.
40, 35. Some little fish disappeared under the rock. It was not a rockfish. Small Sebastonus, 2 of them. There was a flatfish. I just missed it. The flatfish was pretty big. It might be good on the camera. Might be able to see what it is. It's a Elongatus at 20. I don't know what that flash is was. It was not a Dover and it was not a sand dab. I didn't have a good look, so but it should be clear on the video, I hope. This is another flatfish. I don't know what it was, but I've been close to 25. Another of those small Sebastomas, link caught at 50 ovalis. It was a big ovalis, it was close to 40. We're back in those broken boulder rock, flat rock and bracket pot area. So small rockfish at 5 centimeters and 3 Sebastomas. Here's some more pygmy and Sebastomas under the rock. I don't know what those rockfishes are. There's 1, 2, 3 pygmies. There's 1 Sebastomas, a starry below us. 3 at 5. That's a large vermilion. That's a big vermilion. Must have been 50 plus. Here's a nice starry at 30 plus. This is looks like a pygmy that disappeared. That's a Sebastomas that you have a transect counted in. Yeah, there's those 3. There's lots of small Sebastomas. There's lots of pygmies. And then there's a few. That's all the last batch was all pygmy except 1 Sebastomas. Now there's some of those 5 centimeters unknown rockfish to me. It's 5 here, pygmy, Sebastomas disappear behind the rock. Another Sebastomas. Those other rockfish like that, there might be 15 of them above the bottom. Another Sebastomas at the 20. Sebastomas at 15. I'm just not sure what they are. Look at the hydrolagus swimming away. It's out of the transect. No way I actually would keep it in. But it was cool. Some sort of sculpin and Sebastomas at 10. This one's in. 35 probably, 40. The redfish I mean, so there was 2 other Sebastomas, 3 other Sebastomas, so that's a total of 4 Sebastomas, not 3 plus 3. That's 2 small Sebastomas at 15, a young of the year rockfish at 5.
Roger, end of transect, depth is 110,
That was the end of the transect.
110.
It could
we're on the
include
bottom, mostly covered with broken rock.
that's a nice starry at
some sediment in between.
30 and another one at 10. So Sebastomas wise, I know I've seen the clostictus, I know I've seen starries, I know I think probably something that didn't look like either one, and a lot of them small Sebastomas that were like 15
Roger, we're heading
centimeter or less.
170 now.
I could not make out. Should be a nice elongatus. yellowtail. Starry, pygmy, starry.
Roger, depth and bottom type are the same. Starting transect now.
Starting transect 3 was 5 pygmy, 1 Sebastomus at 1 beyond the sponge at close to 20. It looks like it's hard substrate covered by veneer and cracked. There was another Sebastomus at 15 to 20 that was under that flat rock. Here's the black eye goby at 10. I don't know what that fish was, elongated fish at 10. It must have been on a low camera too. And then this is a yellowtail that zoomed by at close to 40. Some I can tell that's another Sebastomus at 15. I don't know what it is. Pygmy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pygmy. Rockfish at 5. Sebastomus at 10. Rockfish at 5. 2 of them at 5. Sebastomus in the crack at less than 10. That looked like a 2 pygmy at 10. Black eye goby at 10. I think that's a sculpin, or was it a conefish that was on a just jump on the right. Must have been 10 or 15. Right now we over soft sediment. You can just see the shiny eye of a ratfish out in the distance. That looked like glow stick tooth that just swung away. It might be a good shot of him on the lower camera. This is 2 close stick this at 20 and elongatus at 20. Actually, let me correct, the close stick this at 25. But the elongatus was 20. A really flat area with some butthole in there. Probably Isolinus at 10. And there's all those big yellow eye, but they are out of the transect. We're back in the broken rock with this is a nice canary. Oh, that's a cool progression. There was a canary behind it, there was a close tictus and a ratfish behind it, but the last two were out of transect. We just passed 2 other close tictus at 25 to 30. I still think like under this veneer there's probably rocks. It's covered with brachiopods. 20 centimeters. Sebastomus, there's lots of them. It could be elbow, but I'm definitely not positive on that. I think there was a couple of pygmy in transect. There's more pygmy here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pygmy unknown rockfish. There was Sebastomus. 2 of them that were before the rock. A third one here on the outside. And all those rockfish here I see now, they're just out in the transect. Probably 10 of those in pygmies. There's some boccaccio. Well, there's 1 boccaccio and Longatus at 25, 30. The boccaccio was about 30. Here there's more pygmy on the bottom, and some yellowtail olive that are following the sub. 3, 4, 5 more pygmies. Add another 3 pygmies that were on the bottom.
There's a long line on the bottom here.
That's about 40 or 50 pygmies. There was 1 Sebastomus at 20 in there that looked like a starry.
Roger, depth
That
is
looked like a cotted
110.
at 10.
Bottom type's the same.
There was a smaller Longatus that zoomed away at 15. Another smaller Longatus at 10.
Well, this is an interesting looking bottom here.
I know, it's close. Take this at 25.
Look at how the brachiopods line up on the edges of these.
Yeah, I know there's those ledges, little. I think we're on rock.
Yeah, we are. It's little ledges, and the brachiopods are all on the edges and the lips of them.
This is really cool.
It's interesting.
That was a small rockfish at less than 10. It's action outside of the transect. Pygmy at 10, pygmy at 10, pygmy at 10, pygmy at 10. I bet there must be a lot under that ledge we just passed. That's a Longatus that was at about 15 running away from lingcod that was twice its size at least. Longatus at 25. Sebastomus at 20. Sebastomus in the rock at 20. Sebastomus at 10. This is a close thickness at 25-30. There was Sebastomus on the outside of the transect at 15, and behind it was a flag, but it was outside of the transect. This is a close thickness at 25. Sebastomus at 10, there's Sebastomus at 10, 3 pygmies, 4 pygmies, that's a total of 4, not 3, that's 1. Let's look at the small confish at 10. elongatus at 10, close thickness at 20.
Roger, 110.
Black-eye goby, elongatus, the two elongatus at 10. We're still on transect, right?
Yeah.
That's a small flatfish at 5. That was a flatfish over the hard substrate. Just done it. That was a large, well, large, it was a 35 Sebastomus. Some sort of goby at 10 centimeters, probably back, it has to be a black eye. Sebastomus went under the ledge. There was another Sebastomus at the edge there. Yeah. 2 black eye goby, 3 black eye goby. That's a total of 3, not 3 plus 2. Black eye goby at 10. That's a small rockfish at 5. That looked like it was a green stripe. It was a small green stripe, and then there was also a confish that swam by at 10. Yeah, those are tiny elongatus between 5 and 10.
Roger, into transect.
And that was the end of
110,
transect.
110. We've been on a flat, kind of a flagstone type bottom.
That makes sense.
Roger, we're heading 090.
Think we got enough tape, or should we change tape?
Roger, stand by.
No, we should be good. I just got 40 minutes here on my timer. I think I started it maybe 5 minutes late. Yeah, we should be good. So you're ready?
Yeah.
Depth is 107, 107 meters. We're on a bottom covered with broken rock. Starting transect now.
Starting transect, small pygmies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Hydrolagus at 35-40 in there. That's a Rosie, and the small Sebastomus at 5. The Rosie was 20, and the rest were all pygmy except that one I dove in. Yeah, the Hydrolagus is 35, probably the lingcod at 40 plus. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Small
the bottom
pygmies.
is really covered with boulders, I guess.
1, 2 pygmies, 2 small Sebastomus. One of them was a starry. Here's another nice starry at 25. That's another starry at 25. I missed the Sebastomus at 20 behind the rock. 3, 4 Sebastomus in the column. The rest was pygmy. There was a starry getting off the sponge. That's a nice yellow eye at 2 yellow eye. One a small one at 20 and a ratfish. The other one was 40 plus. That's a starry that just chewed on the pygmy, so I don't know if the pygmy count or not, because it's definitely no longer manga. So the starry at 20. There's some small rockfish that I don't know what they are. I can see the spot Tara was talking about. 5 centimeters or less, maybe 15 of them. This is a starry. I'm not sure what this one is. It was 20 centimeters. That's another one at 25. A small one at 10. Those two were Sebastomus. There's lots of Hydrolagus, and that's more like 45. Another small yellow eye should be great on the lower camera. There was another rockfish on the edge of the transect. There's big yellow eye outside of the transect. Those more Hydrolagus and Sebastomus outside of the transect. There's 1, 2, 5 centimeter rockfish, 2 10 centimeter Sebastomus, 5 centimeters rockfish, 7 plus Hydrolagus, 7 pygmy, and 1 Sebastomus at 10. The Hydrolagus was I don't know what size one out there. Another pygmy at 10 plus. Chlorostictus, I don't know what, 3 Sebastomus, and I don't know what the other fish was. It was not a rockfish, and I don't think it was a caught it either. Small Sebastomus, 2 of them, 3 of them at 10, actually 5 of them, 6, 7 of them, and here's like 5 or 6. Another year, 1 pygmy that looked like well, I don't see the flecking, but it still might be a yellowtail. There's 2 ratfish, one going at 35, one was going over a constellatus, a starry at 30. Another ratfish that looked a little smaller than the other, but I didn't see it all. Cannot measure it. And then a couple olive yellowtail swimming away. They're pretty large, they're over 40. Pygmy, 2 pygmy at 10, Sebastomus at 15. That's another pygmy, 2 of them. That's another pygmy. That was another pygmy. There's a school of pygmy. Well, 2 of them just got eaten by constellatus. 1, 2, 4, 5. No pygmy. 6 pygmies. Those are small pygmies, a little less than 10. That's a Raspinella at about 20. I don't know what it is, but it's big. It's a big boccaccio. At 50, there was what looked like was a starry laying on top of a sponge at 20. That was a big boccaccio in the crack. It must have been over 50. It's 2 Sebastomus at, actually, it's 3 Sebastomus at 10 and 1 pygmy, same size. Another Sebastomus at 10 to 15, another Sebastomus at 20. 5 of them. There was what looked like a square spot at 12. This is pygmy square spot.
Roger, depth is 106.
Here are some boccaccios, 2
Still
boccaccios,
on
it
a
must be
boulder
close to
bottom.
40, and a dozen pygmy. There was the rockfish down below. I didn't see that one down in the crack. Should be on the lower camera. We're back on those sheet of rock. This is really cool. I can see what that's a goby at 10. Must have another goby at 10. Before the goby there was a sculpin. But I think all those 3 sculpin might have been Icelandics, but let's just call them sculpin. I can't make out those small 10 centimeter Sebastomus. I don't know what they are. There were the fish in the crack. Sebastomus, 5 Sebastomus between about 10 centimeters. Another one of those at 10 or 15. Small elongatus at 5. I don't know what it was. I think that was a small confish at 10. Oh, wolfale. Nice. You see it?
Oh, barely. Yeah,
Okay.
I see him now.
Nice. That's on transect. That's an official one. And 10 centimeter Sebastomus. Well, that was nice. That should be well on the camera.
I don't think I've ever seen one go that
Icelandics.
fast when he took off.
Goby Chlorostictus at 25. That was really nice. I hope it's well on the camera. That was this. Well, that was Chlorostictus at 35. It looks bigger than that. And that must be Elvo. This one must be Elvo at the 20 plus. Chlorostictus at 30. Elongatus at 10. Elongatus less than 10. Wow. Outside the transect is really cool. Elongatus at 10. And there's a lot of feeding going on outside the transect. Elongatus went under the rock at 25. 3, 4 Sebastomus, I don't know what they are. Chlorostictus at 25. A lot of the Sebastomus were just going under the rocks. Black-eye goby. Elongatus, and another elongatus at 15. Now that's kind of a radical change, huh? Here's a look flatfish. I couldn't see it very well, but my first thought was petrale, but another one, about 20. That was a long Addis at 15 to 20. That's from out the transect I was in before. This is a long spine conefish at 15 plus. This is another long spine conefish at 15 plus. That's a long Addis. That's another unknown rockfish at 10. The long Addis was probably 25. This is Clarctistis at 30. And
Roger.
a small green strap at 10 for the end of the transect.
107 meters. We just came out of the sediment and back into some of this tabular rock.
Oh, nice flag.
Roger, standing by.
What's going on?
They're moving out of the way.
See, we could try to go chase that flag.
Yeah, he's going to be coming up here in a minute as long as he stays put. There he comes, he's circling around.
Uh-oh. Turn this when I took the picture.
We got some clear water down here. Oh, here comes a big cow cod or something. See it coming up above the ledge?
Oh yeah, wow.
Size one there.
There's two of them.
Yeah, one of that's big.
Do you think we can try to get there?
Yeah, it's a cow cod. That's a
Yeah, yeah.
nice fish too.
Wow. Whoa. Whoa.
He's getting close to him there, so
I know.
kind of stalking these other fish. Here he is.
I just can't get him. Here it is.
He knows we're after him now.
Wow, there's greenling, vermilion.
Cow cod's coming.
Yeah, it's
up.
coming.
We want to try to get a picture of
Yeah. Well, there's another one down there. Oh, sure. Oh, it was a perfect boccaccio I missed too.
There is some beautiful fish here. There's a couple of lingcod in the mix too. See that cow cod's still there. He's just ahead of the lasers a little bit.
Ooh.
Roger, stand by just a minute.
This is nice.
Well, let me know when you want to go up, John. They're ready. Oh, there's your other cow cod there, I think. Nope, this is the big old
Yellow eye?
one with the stripe down his side. That's a big fish.
I don't see it. Where is it?
Kind of cruise over there.
Oh, there? Oh, whoa. That's a big fat yellow eye.
Cow cod down there. I don't know if that's the same one or not. Maybe.
Huh.
Watch that guy to see where he went.
Well, under that ledge, there's a big lingcod, vermilion, cow cod, and a yellow eye. Wow, this is really cool here. They should take a fix of
This is the end of the transects. There's pretty much a fix here.
I'm just going to see if I can film some of that on the... handheld. We're running out of tape. Here's a yellow eye coming. I don't think that's the same lingcod. This one, cow cod, that the first one we saw. This one looked a little smaller, but it's still like 40 in the 80 centimeters. Wow, this is cool. We should get out, Bob. Let me try to get one picture of that yield. All right. I think Bob is anxious to get in.
That other cow cod, right? It's on the other side of this little rock here.
On the other side?
Okay, we're coming up.
Yeah, I can see them both. We'll see them now. We'll take off. So I'm assuming it's the other